The ZV-E1 we're filming on right now has features that both the FX3 and A7S III, which are way more expensive cameras, doesn't have. Let's see what they are. Firstly, we have subject reframing. A little white box appears around your subject and it tracks them wherever they are in the frame and it follows them around. When you hit record, it only records what is in that little white box. It actually crops in. Now you can control how much it's cropped in, and obviously the more you're cropped in, the lesser quality you're going to get. So the auto framing box is on. I'm going to walk back and it should track me around as I walk around here with the 24mm lens on.
We're all waiting on you to crash.
So Matt just pointed out I actually had that set to 3, but you can change the setting on it, so you just change it to 1. So now we'll do the same test and see how it does. It should be a bit slower now, a bit more cinematic-y. Now right now you'll have noticed that there is some black widescreen bars on here and it looks like it's shot in like a cinematic aspect ratio, and that's because it is. This is literally a setting on the camera designed literally for vloggers called cinematic vlog mode, and you tap a button and it adds a S-Cinetone, adds a different look, which there's a bunch of different ones on here, different ones to what we've had before in any other camera, and it adds those black bars. So if that's something you're looking for, this has it at the touch of a button. There's been some improvements to the stabilization. It's now called dynamic active stabilization, and it is apparently better. This is with the dynamic active stabilization on, walking on a dock pretty normally, pretty slowly, with the ZV-E1 and 20mm f1.8. Now for this whole video I've actually been using the onboard mic in this camera, which is designed for vloggers, so if you don't want to use a mic, it actually is going to sound a little better than your typical on-camera microphone. Now the nice thing with this as well is that you can control where you want the mic to pick up the sound from. This is the onboard mic with the Sony ZV-E1 with the mic set to pick up audio from the front. 4 feet away, going to go backwards and see how the audio sounds on the built-in mic. 10 feet, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 feet away on the ZV-E1 built-in mic. Haven't changed the levels from when I was right next to it. We're out in the wind now, so this is how that mic sounds. It's pretty windy in general, so got a little dead cat on top here. It looks like a little Trump wig, but yeah, this is how it sounds in the wind. Now it's on auto, so if I walk all around, this is how the audio sounds with the onboard mic about 2 feet away or so on automatic mode all the way around the camera there. Now let's change it to the front. So this is the front facing mic onboard camera. Now the microphone directivity is all directions, so it's all around. Again, gonna walk around the camera, same distance away from it. And then now we're gonna change it to rear. So now I'm at the front of the camera, but we'll go to the back and see how it sounds. So if you wanted to maybe point to something and talk about it, you could do that for rear directivity. And I think that was all the settings. Yeah, now back on the front. So that's how the mic sounds on the ZV-E1 onboard mic. The main menus on the touchscreen when you're looking at it, like right now when I'm looking at it here, there's a bunch of things I can see that I was never able to see before. Buttons on the side, which you can swipe away if you don't want them to be there, and you can swipe back into the screen to see them again. This gives you quick access to features that you might be using quite frequently, that otherwise you'd have to hit the function button or add a custom button too. So that could be quite handy if you're logging or quickly need to change things. Now there is a setting in here that allows you to, if you're say vlogging like this right now, but you want to have multiple people in the frame, it will automatically adjust the aperture for you so that you can see people behind you. So yes, this camera has those features, but does this make it a better camera than those cameras? This isn't going to be a camera for, I would say, pros. If you're looking for an A7S III or an FX3, different category. This is a camera for content creators, people who don't want to have to worry about certain settings, but they want things to look good quickly and easily. You want to throw it into that cinematic vlog mode and just make things look good because maybe you don't know how to do it, or you don't care, you don't worry about shutter speeds and the 180-degree rule. This isn't a camera to compete with the A7S III and the FX3, but it does have the same dual base ISOs, which is very important. So know that when you're looking at this camera, don't compare it to those cameras. So Lee was just watching me record that bit, which you just saw, and you made a good point. Go on, what were you saying?
Yeah, I was basically just saying, like, the A7S III is probably still a more professional camera. Like, this isn't gonna outclass it when it comes to thermal performance.
Nope.
Like, if you're shooting high frame rates for long extended periods of time, especially in the sun, you're gonna have issues with overheating, and that's maybe why you'd still want the A7S III.
Agreed.
So.
It's good to know.
But it's pretty much one of the only reasons, other than the EVF.
Yep. and dual card slots. That's a big one too. Yeah. I thought we got away from this one, but with a smaller body, obviously there's not enough room in there to have it. Full-size HDMI port. There is not one on the ZV-E1. It is a micro or mini. It's the smaller one, the one that no one likes. And it's very, very loose when you plug in a cable, and we've had some issues with it connecting to an external monitor. Lee's been trying it out there. He's back here filming. I'm annoying him, but he's been trying it out, and we've had some issues with that. So small HDMI port, not really good if you're outputting this to a monitor or thinking about outputting this to a monitor. I think if you are a content creator, you want to make quick, easy content, or you're a vlogger, this is a very good camera for that. It's simpler, it's easy to use, and it has some features that are really designed literally for content creators. That's all I've got for you in this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Professionals. We're all professionals here. Call me doctor.